jumps are Tony's market.
Being true to the story,
That is for us to decide.
Pinocchio continues to get into trouble at the hands of the gypsy, wickedly portrayed by James Coburn.
Hello. I have to go buy some school books. My father said that...
No, you don't need no stinking school book. This a much better.
When Pinocchio fails to return home, Geppetto sets out to sea to find him. And then Pinocchio sets out to sea to find Geppetto. Finally, father and son joyfully unite in the belly of a whale.
Father, I found you! I knew I'd find you! Mother, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble. That's why you're here, because I was so bad and thoughtless. And Father, I love you.
And now, as final proof that I do not change the stories, may I present our version of what is called your most famous fairy tale. Jennifer Beals stars as...
Don't tell me.
She must mean...
Cinderella, there's somebody at the door. Cinderella, answer the door!
Complete with 2 wicked stepsisters and a stepmother who will not let the poor overworked girl go to the royal ball.
Oh, what a filthy little nobody like you, and an upwardly mobile bash like that.
Sadly, Cinderella has no one to turn to. Until...
Who are you?
Honey, I'm your fairy godmother.
With the arrival of her fairy godmother, Cinderella's life becomes magical and fun. A pumpkin becomes her glittering coach. 2 white mice become 2 glorious horses. And she becomes a beautiful princess all the way down to her glass slippers. She not only goes to the ball, she conquers it.
You wouldn't want to dance, would you?
I wouldn't?
Including the prince, played by Matthew Broderick. But fairy godmothers set midnight curfews, and Cinderella barely makes it home in time.
I won't.
True to your original version, the prince holds a second ball.
Yeah, not many people know that.
Cinderella sets off even more beautifully than before.
Have a good time. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, just don't.
Crazy kid.
The rest is fairy tale history. With a fairy godmother like Jean Stapleton, how can you help but live happily ever after?
Let me ask you this, if I may.
How can you possibly justify using such humor?
Pardon my pun, but fairy tales don't have to be grim.
Objection!
Some characters just lend themselves to humor. Like the giant in Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes, but he's supposed to be mean.
Yeah?
Oh, he is. He's large and fearsome, but he's also funny.
Guess who is coming to dinner? Now, where am I gonna hide you?
Here's evidence of a typical evening at home with the giant and giantess. Elliot Gould and Jean Stapleton in Jack and the Beanstalk.
Where'd he go? Little boy, where are you? Hi, honey. You're home. I didn't hear you coming.
Whoa.
Something bothering you?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I made a special surprise for your supper.
What's life all about? Being a wicked giant is just kind of fruitless. And you know what?
What?
I figured out today that when you die, you're dead. And then what's it all mean? What's the difference if we all just end up dead anyway?
Listen, why don't you work on your hobby? Do some taxidermy. Finish this ugly. That'll cheer you up.
I don't feel like stuffing heads.
Well, maybe you need some exercise. Why don't you go out and swim a couple of laps in the moat?
And who can help but fall down at the antics of the tongue-tied prince in The Princess and the Pea, starring Liza Minnelli, Tom Conti, and Beatrice Straight.
Who, may I ask, is this?
This is Princess Alicia. She happens to be the girl that I have decided to
Marry.
Thank you.
On with the fun. Shall we start with a riddle?
All right. What fairy tale stars Ellen Barkin and Howard Hessman as a king who summons comedians to make his daughter laugh?
Life without laughter is like a dinner without wine. Normally, it's not necessary, but a little now and then probably wouldn't hurt.
Well, all the comedians failed, even Jackie Vernon.
Who?
Then along comes Howie Mandel.
I got to work in a fairy tale that was humorous. And some fairy tales are humorous, and sometimes they can be humorous and also teach a lesson.
And I don't mean to barge in, it's just that Boris and I are here to make the princess laugh.
Boris?
Oh, the pig, sir. He's my partner. Well, he comes up with the material.
Pig, who's a writer? That's a switch.
Well, you heard the expression chow down? Was his.
The fairy tale is called The Princess Who Had Never Laughed, but she does, and happily ever after.
But these are fairy tales. The fairy tale. Well, why is it that they're so funny? I didn't think fairy tales would be humorous. I thought they're supposed to have a message for the children.
There's evidence of humor in all our tales, but for my final example of the funny in fairy tales, I call upon Emperor's New Clothes, with Dick Shawn as the ridiculously vain emperor.
But a truly magnificently wonderful emperor, whom I truly adore.
Vanity leaves the emperor wide open for any scheme that might improve his appearance. Enter Art Carney and Alan Arkin as the scheming tailors.
Let me get this straight. If you're unfit for office and incredibly stupid, you cannot see the cloth?
Exactly.
It's the ultimate fabric. I must have it.
I don't know a thing about stitches, because I'm weaving my way to breeches. Take it both. Oh, I don't know.
You see, Carney and Arkin know nothing about fabric or tailoring, but they know a fool when they see one. And they spotted the emperor a mile away. Cloth or no cloth, the emperor would see it, pay for it, and wear it.
Impossible. I can't see a thing. This is a disaster. Am I stupid? Am I unfit to be emperor? Oh, this is a catastrophe.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely lovely.
Well, how do I look?
Indescribable.
Thank you.
Magnificent. A perfect fit.
I know. Well, Sir Beau? Sir Morty?
Yeah. Mr. Vaughn, you seem to be forgetting what made these stories so popular was that they were so frightening.
Yeah. We really enjoyed scaring the lederhosen off those little kiddies, didn't we, Jake?
Oh, I've got scary.
I've got you.
Who's that?
Jenna Rollins as the witch in Rapunzel. And when death visits Mick Jagger's emperor in The Nightingale, fear is found. And we certainly kept the fright in Little Red Riding Hood. Witness the Wolf and Granny, Malcolm McDowell and Frances Bay.
You miserable flea-bitten fur bag, or you'll end up a rug on my floor.
Granny, I think there must have been some mistake. Can't we discuss this in a civilized way?
No. Oops.
Unlucky. Oh, God! You're no oil painting, are you? Eh?
I feel the slight twinge of fear.
Is that it?
Oh, I've just begun.
I was afraid you'd say that.
We certainly carried over the eerie terror of Beauty and the Beast.
creeps.
Wilhelm, sit down.
They give me the creeps.
They gave the whole town of Hamlin the creeps. That's why they pay a piper to lead the rats out of town.